In the last video, we had a look at this basics tab and we got to play with some of those settings. Feel free to go through any of these tabs and have a play with them. It's very intuitive as to what they do. But one thing I do want to show you is this graduated filter, which is really great on an image like this. So this graduated filter allows me to pull down on the image, and then it creates two distinct areas of the image, right? So if I pull this up or down, it's created two distinct areas. So over here, once I've got this selected, over here on my right hand slider window, I can apply certain sliders, but just to the point that's to the top of this graduated filter. So say I wanted to make the sky a little bit darker, not that I really do, but if you did, you could do that, or add a little bit more contrast to the sky, or perhaps you want more saturation only in the sky. You can do that here. Or maybe I want the sky to be more yellow, but I don't want to touch this bit down here. That's what this graduated filter does. It's really useful. You can move it around, so say I only want the very top of the sky to be affected, or this mid bit of the sky to be affected. It's useful for that as well. If you don't like it, you can just click on it and then press delete, and that'll get rid of it. But what I do like, you can see here I've lost some of the colors here, so I might leave that in there, and that'll do for now, and I'll come back to that later. What you can also do is twist our graduated filter. So now only the bit down here is getting edited. So we can see how only the bit down there is being affected. This is also useful sometimes if you want to fake a sunset. So say I want the sun coming from over this side of the image, and I want it to have a golden glow more evident here, and then gradually fading out to there. I can do that, and now my image looks pretty good. And if I go before and after, you can see that there's clearly, well, it looks like the sun is setting from this side. So that's a really useful tool. The other one that's pretty much exactly the same is this radial filter. So I'll delete this and I'll go back into my radial filter. So radial, radius, circle, is just a filter that allows us to apply a circle to our image. So what I might do with this one is create what's called a vignette, where the sides of the image all around here is going to be a lot darker. So instead of having my exposure set up, I'm going to bring it down. Something like that. Move away, and we can see that the outside of the image is a lot darker. So again, if I click on this little radial tool, it'll bring that up again. I click on this little point, and we can see the outside of the image is a lot darker. I might even make it more pronounced to show it off. And that looks pretty cool too. Again, if I go into my before and after view, you can really clearly see that it's got this radial filter applied.